Are you ready for the most epic adventure ever? Next summer, Group VBS is taking kids on a ride they'll never forget. Get on board the Rocky Railway. Your church will be on track at Sing and Play Express. With Jesus to lead us, we're on the right. Get ready for high-energy fun at Locomotion Games. Experience impactful Bible lessons and Bible adventures. You'll have amazing discoveries at Imagination Station. Take a glimpse into the world of 5 awesome kids who learn that Jesus' power pulls us through. The best part of summer is full steam ahead at Rocky Railway.
Welcome, my friends, to the first night of Vacation Bible School Rocky Railway. I am so happy to be here with you. Are you happy? I am absolutely thrilled. I can barely contain myself. We have so many fun things in store for you this evening. You are going to want to make sure that you have your blue bag, because that is the bag that we'll be using this evening. So make sure you have that. It has all the activities and the snack and the wonderful things you're going to need for this evening. Before we get to our first song, I need to tell you something. At the train station here, we have a couple people who've been hanging around for a couple hours. Maybe you want to come out and see if anyone recognizes you. You can figure out where you are. Come on out here.
Hello.
Hi, friends.
I'm Pastor Tim, if you didn't know, and this is
Miss Gina. How are you?
We're so glad that you're joining us. Boy, we've been waiting here for a couple hours. I'm so excited. Can you believe this is going to happen?
Why did you have us come so early? We've been waiting. But guess what? We get to hang out with you all until our train comes.
Yes.
We are so excited for the week, but we're going to probably have to go pretty quick because... there's the train. See you.
Well, the train is pulling into the station, and we are going to sing our first song. This is our theme song for the week. We're going to sing it every single evening. So get your voices ready to sing Your Power Will Pull Us Through.
We trust in you, Jesus. You're all that we need. Your power will pull us through. We're trusting in you. We're trusting in you. You give us hope and life that's forever. You make us bold and we stand together. Your power will pull us through. We're trusting in you. We're trusting in you. We're off on this journey, there's no looking back. With Jesus to lead us, we're on the right track. Wide open spaces for wide open eyes. We're looking ahead for the next big surprise. We trust in you, Jesus. You're all that we need. Your power will pull us through. We're trusting in you. We're trusting in you. You give us hope and life that's forever. You make us whole and we stand together. Your power Spaces for wide open eyes. We're looking ahead for the next big surprise. Oh, 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 oh. We trust in you, Jesus. In your power will pull us through. We're trusting in you, trusting in you. You give us hope and life that's forever. We stand together, your power pull us through. We're trusting in you, trusting in you. Your power will pull us through. We're trusting in you, trusting in you, trusting in you. We're trusting in you, trusting in you. Feel it in the air right now. It's all around, I see it everywhere. It's the power. Yeah, yeah, God's power. It's the power to move any star. It's the power to heal your broken heart. It's the power. Yeah, God's power. So don't hold back, no, don't hold still. God is here and He is real. Take 4 steps to the left, to the left. 1, 2, 3, 4. Turn it around and move to the right. 1, 2, 3. Now take tiny little jumps forward to the front. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 jumps back, but you better look back. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now freeze. And everybody clap your hands. Now stop. I feel it in the air right now. It's all around, I see it everywhere. It's the power. Yeah, yeah, God's power. It's the power to move any star. It's the power to heal your broken heart. It's the power. Yeah, God's power. So don't hold back, no, don't hold still. God is here and He is real. Take 4 steps to the left, to the left. 1, 2, 3, 4. Turn it around and move to the right. 1, 2, 3. Now take tiny little jumps forward to the front. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 jumps back, but you better look back. Let's do it all again right now. Take 4 steps to the left, to the left. 1, 2, 3, 4. Turn it around and move to the right. 1, 2, 3. Now take tiny little jumps forward to the front. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 jumps back, but you better look back. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now freeze. And everybody clap your hands. Now stop. God of heaven and earth, you are amazing. You hold me up with your hand, you give me faith, and I will put my hope in you alone, in you alone. God of heaven and earth, you are amazing. You hold me up with your hand, you give me faith, and I will put my hope in you alone, in you alone.
I will put my hope in you.
That was some fantastic singing. I don't know about you, but we really enjoyed that here. I'm looking forward to singing those songs all week long. In fact, I'm probably going to take some of those songs home with me and sing them in the morning while I'm getting ready for my shift every day. Because a good conductor is always on time and loves to do lots of singing in the meantime. Before we move on with our evening, we are going to meet our first Bible buddy of the week. His name is Ramsey, and he is going to tell us about how Jesus' power helps us do hard things.
Hey there, friends! Glad you're all on board for a rambunctious week of faith and fun at Rocky Railway. I'm Ramsey, a bighorn sheep. Can you guess why? Okay, that was too easy. Check out these cool, curvy horns God gave me. Ram's horns can weigh up to 30 pounds. That's as much as some of our littlest preschool buddies. Wow! My horns have to be tough, because we male sheep use them to keep other rams out of our territory. People who study rams say we can run into each other at 20 to 40 miles per hour. Bam! You can hear that sound for miles. Me and my herd hang out all over the majestic, massive Rocky Mountains. The Rocky Mountains rock! If you head up to find me, strap on your hiking boots. Sometimes my herd grazes in an alpine meadow. 'Cause that's where the good stuff is. Wow, good! But the meadow makes us an easy target for predators, so we also like to climb way up those crazy cliffs. We sheep like it steep. Me and my family can hang out on a little teeny tiny ledge that's only a few inches wide. Animals like bears or coyotes can't bother us here. Whew! And check out the view! God made us just right for staying safe in those hard, rocky places. My hooves are split and have a rough skin on the bottom that grips tight to the rugged rocks. Plus, I've got excellent eyesight. No glasses for me. It may sound like climbing these cliffs and balancing on jagged ledges is hard to do, but God has given me everything I need to live here. Fine food and my family safe. I've heard that you sometimes have to do hard things too. When there's a bully at school, maybe you feel like you're in a rough, rocky place. You may not be balanced on a cliff ledge like me, but maybe you have to balance homework, chores, sports, music, and friendships. That sounds hard. Maybe coming here today and making new friends even feels like a hard thing for you. But did you know you don't face those hard things alone? No way! Jesus is right beside you. Yep, even right now. He gives you His power to climb through those mountains of worry and get through any rough stuff you gotta do. The Bible powers you up with this truth. For I can do everything through Christ who gives me strength. That means you don't have to have your own power to do hard things. Jesus' power helps us do hard things. Trust Jesus.
Hi, my name is Ananias, and you may or may not know me, but I wanted to about my story. You see, once upon a time, Jesus asked me to do something that was really, really hard and really scary. But you know what? When I had Jesus' help, I can do everything with His. A little bit about what happened. So there was this guy. He was a scary, scary guy. His name was Saul. And Saul went around from city to city, and he would arrest people who believed in Jesus. He would arrest them, or worse, sometimes he'd help them in other ways that wasn't really helpful at all. And everyone was scared. All the Christians, all of the people who followed Jesus, they were scared of Saul. Now, I lived pretty far away from Saul, so I was still scared, still worried, but I didn't worry that much. But then came the day where Jesus asked me to do something that was really, really hard. I needed to go seek Saul out. I was supposed to go find him, and I was supposed to pray for him. And I was like, no, you've got the wrong guy. Saul is a scary guy. I don't want him Saul. But Jesus told me that he had really, really big plans and special plans for Saul. That he was going to use Saul to spread the good news about him to people everywhere. And so if I called myself a follower of Jesus, and here's Jesus asking me to do something, that even if it's scary, and even if it's hard, that I need to trust him, even when it's hard. And so I decided to listen and to obey. So here's what happened. Here's the background of that. You see, Saul was on the road between cities, and he was looking to arrest more Christians. But then on the road to Damascus, there was a bright light, and it was so bright. And do you know who it was? It was Jesus. And this bright light talked to Saul and basically told him, he said, Saul was blind now. The light was so bright that it blinded him. And Jesus spoke to him and said, why do you persecute me? I'm Jesus. And Saul, at first, he, for a change, was terrified. And he couldn't see anymore. And that was scary too. And so his friends kind of helped him to the next city. But he was blind. He couldn't do what he was sent to do. And that's when Jesus talked to me. And he said, go and find Saul. And go and pray for him. And you're going to heal him. He's already seen a vision of a man named Ananias going to pray for him. Laid hands on him and prayed. So that's what I did. I went and I found him. And he wasn't looking all scary, but he was looking like someone who was in need. And so I placed my hands on him. And I called him. I said, Brother Saul, Jesus has sent me to you. And I prayed for him. And through God's power, something like scales fell off of his eyes. And immediately Saul regained his sight. He was so excited. He gave up his old way of life of persecuting Jesus and persecuting the followers of the church. And instead, he wanted to be baptized right then and there. So I baptized him, and he became one of Jesus's followers. And so it was just, even though I was scared and I was worried throughout all of that, Jesus had a plan. And it was up to me, even though it seemed very scary and very hard to do, it was up to me to trust Jesus and to obey with what he had for me to do. And so I just praise God for that moment. It was great. What I wanted to share with you was maybe you have something in your life that is pretty hard to do. Maybe it's scary. Maybe it's just difficult. Maybe it's being nice to your brothers and sisters. I don't know. But the point is, when there's something that's scary or that's hard to do, if it's something that Jesus has called us to do, he will help us to do it. That may mean being really nice to someone at school, maybe someone who doesn't have a lot of friends, maybe reaching out and saying, hey, you can come spend time with us on our awesome distance learning video conferencing. You can talk to me. I would love to spend some time with you and get to know you and share this love that we've heard about from Jesus. So I hope you can remember that, but remember that in all things we can do this with Jesus' help.
Wow.
Did you see that?
I did.
That was Ananias. That is God at work, isn't it?
Wow. And I see other things.
What do you see right here?
I
Wow.
see watch for God. I see God at work everywhere when I look.
Do all of our people out there, all of our kiddos have one of these?
They do. In your bag. You should have this bracelet and you want to wear it because can they just see God during vacation Bible school?
Not at all. Everywhere you go, in your house, wherever you are, all day long, you just have to have the eyes, right?
Yes.
And that means you're paying attention.
So my little friends, whenever you go out, whenever you're with your friends or even in your house, I want you to be looking for God. God is always at work. Sometimes we just don't see him. So put on that vision to see God at work. And what we want you to do this week and always is use the sticky notes that were in your bag and write down where you saw God. Maybe it was you helped someone, or you saw someone help someone else, or maybe you helped someone in your family. Write those down and stick them where you can see them in your house, and you will say, wow, God is always at work. I see him when I look for him.
I wish we would have had those sticky pads yesterday, because you know what? I feel like we could have put them on every car that went through the drive-thru.
It was so fun to meet some of you and to see a lot of you yesterday. So for us, that was a God sighting yesterday. Seeing you come and pick up all of your materials and seeing how excited you are to be part of Vacation Bible School.
Plus, we had some good tunes out there.
Yeah, you can't dance, but okay.
Okay.
So put your God sighting look on and be on the lookout. God is always at work.
Welcome to Imagination Station. I'm so glad you're here. I can't wait to see what incredible things we'll discover about Jesus' power this week. We're going to have so much fun together. But before we get started, I need to ask you something. Who brought their imagination today? I was worried you might forget your imagination since this is the first day of VBS. So I was talking to my friend Ramsey. I think you met my friend Ramsey earlier, right? Well, Ramsey is a bighorn sheep, and he told me that him and his friends love living in the Rocky Mountains. The mountains are so beautiful, and the scenery is so spectacular. But Ramsey said that sometimes it's kind of hard to live in the mountains, especially in the winter when it snows. That's when Ramsey's sure-footed feet come in handy. Ramsey's feet help him do hard things, like walk on slippery, snowy mountains. Even when it snows, Ramsey knows that Jesus' power helps us do hard things. Trust Jesus. There, that's better. I think your imaginations are up and running now. And that's a good thing, because each day at Imagination Station, you'll get to be part of fun activities and experiments that help us discover more about Jesus' power. And you'll get to play with an awesome sciencey fun gizmo every day. We'll get to our first activity in a minute. But first, I have another question for you. How long do you think it takes a baby bighorn sheep to be able to walk and climb as well as its mother? Does it take 6 weeks or 1 day? Think about that and decide on your answer. Okay, I need a loud drum roll before I reveal the answer. Make a drum roll with me. And the answer is, a baby bighorn can walk and climb as well as its mother within just 1 day. Imagine that. Let's get back on track. Grab some paper and a marker to make your own train tracks. Draw a train track from one end of the paper to the other. You can draw mountains and trees, streams if you want, and curve it through the Rocky Mountains. You can even add fun stickers if you have some. I'll give you a moment. Have fun. Today, we're discovering that Jesus' power helps us do hard things. Trust Jesus. You know, sometimes we all have to do hard things, and we may not understand why. We may not be able to control what's happening. Our lives seem to be going in all different directions. Let's see what that's like. This is my off-rail roller. Go ahead and grab your off-rail roller pieces, and I'll lead you through how to put it together. To assemble your off-rail roller, first lay out all of the pieces. You should have 2 black circular pieces. One has a flat side. The other has a bump in the middle. You'll have 2 straws, a long straw and a short straw, a rubber band, and a paper clip from home. The first step is to thread the rubber band through the paper clip. This paper clip is going to act as a needle. It should look like this. Take the black piece with the bump on the outside and using the paper clip, thread the rubber band through the hole. You should have the rubber band coming out one side and a paper clip coming out the other. Grab your large straw and pull it through the rubber band. Using the paper clip, pull until the straw is flat against the outside and stays in place. Then take the other black piece, the flat circle. Use the paper clip to thread again through the hole. Push the 2 black pieces together until they snap in the middle. Then pull the paper clip and the rubber band apart. Be sure to keep one finger in the rubber band so you can thread the short straw. When you're finished, it should look just like this: a long straw on the side with a bump and a short straw on the flat side. Now pick up your off-rail roller, holding the short side in your hand, wind the long straw. Do it several times. The more you wind it, the longer it will go. And we're off the rails. Take a few minutes and experiment with your off-rail roller. You might want to try it on some different surfaces. You could even try to keep it on your paper track. After a few minutes, you'll hear the train whistle when it's time to come back. Have fun! Take your off-rail roller and put it inside a baggie. If you happen to have a Try This at Home sticker, it will help you remember today's Bible point, that Jesus' power helps us do hard things. Trust Jesus. All right, that's it for today. We'll see you back again next time at Imagination Station.
welcome back. Here I am, your conductor, Mr. Ripley. Very happy to see you once again. How did that go? Did you make an off-rail roller? Does it work? Are you trying it out right now? I hope you are. They seem amazing. Exactly the kind of thing that I made when I was a kid, and then I grew up to become the best conductor in the Rocky Railway, if I may say so myself. Well, I am looking forward to seeing maybe some pictures of your off-rail rollers, or if you even want to bring them with you on Thursday, I would love to see it. But before we get to Thursday, we are going to meet a friend every single evening. And tonight we're going to meet a young boy named Dominic. And Dominic is going to tell us a little bit about himself, and we're going to hear how he learned to trust Jesus a little bit well and a little bit better, and use Jesus' power. But before that, all of you who are watching at home, go ahead and type something into the chat. Just type your name and let me know that you've got your ticket to ride, because that's really important. So let me know, and say hi to me as well. Say, hello, Conductor Ripley. I like it when people say hello to me, and I really like it when people use my official title, Conductor. So I will look forward to looking up those in the chat a little bit later. But go ahead and do that. And while you're doing that, let's learn about our friend Dominic.
My name is Dominic, and I'm almost 11 years old.
Dominic lives with his mom, dad, grandma, and grandpa. He enjoys all kinds of hobbies, but one is his favorite.
I like to build things. I also like karate a lot. I love karate because I get to really express myself, and I get to have fun, and I also get to build character and build physical strength.
Learning karate is hard work. Dominic practices up to 3 times a week. Plus, he practices at home with his dad.
The hardest thing about karate is definitely a lot of push-ups, leg lifts, sit-ups.
Dominic knows that he needs to trust Jesus when things get hard.
There was this board breaking thing, and I saw all the other kids break it with their palm. Right here. Boom. Just didn't work out for me.
Dominic failed to break the board with his hand, but he didn't give up. He continued to train, and he asked Jesus to help him.
And I said, I'm gonna break this board. It's an obstacle in my way, and let me push through it. And I broke it.
Another part of karate is taking tests to earn new belts. Each belt color represents a new level. Earning a new belt is hard.
I was very discouraged on the first day because I was afraid I wasn't going to pass, and that's what brought me down. The second day, I was feeling very, very discouraged, very, very, very sad. And I thought, I don't think I'm going to pass this, and I didn't. I failed, and I failed, and I failed. Finally got to the last day that I could possibly test, and I said, this isn't going to be like those last times. I am going to pass it. I said, you know what, Jesus can help me get through this. I'm just going to pray to him today. I am going to pass the test tomorrow. And I did.
In the Bible, in the book of Philippians, chapter 4, verse 13, it says, "For I can do everything through Christ who gives me strength."
My 3-day test, it was really hard. And Jesus helped me through that. I was nervous for it. If you're going through hard things, I suggest that all you need to do is just trust in God and he'll help you. Pray to God and he can get you through anything. Jesus' power helps us do hard things.
Hi kids, I'm Miss Susan, and I want to say it is so fun to be here on the Rocky Railway. Well, just like we saw in the kid vid, kids can do really amazing things. And this week, we have the opportunity to do our community service project, and we need you. That's right, every single one of you, we need for you to participate. We're going to be working with the ministry called Grace is the Key, and they provide pizza and a dinner with dessert and drinks to families every single Wednesday. And they also just love on them and care for them. And we want to be able to partner with them. We want to actually sponsor a night. And so we talked to the ministry, and Grace is the Key said, we would love for you guys to help out. So we want each and every one of you kids to listen up. So this week, I want you guys to be thinking, how can I help? Well, this is how you can help. You know, school's starting soon. I know, and it's going to look really different this year. But they still need school supplies for the kids that are coming. Because if school's in school or if school's at home, school's still happening. So I need for you guys to help bring school supplies. So I brought a couple of things that maybe I'm going to bring and help out the kids. Folders, a notebook. And notice I got the blue stuff because today's our blue day. Maybe a ruler, something to put all of your pencils and erasers and all those good things. Oh, this is one of my favorites, watercolors. And look there's blue also. Also, you can bring crayons, or I also love the markers. Nothing like a fresh set of markers to start off the school year. So let's really, really show our love to these kids that come to Grace is the Key with all of our school supplies. So you might say, well, Susan, how do I get you all of these supplies? Well, Thursday, you guys are going to come here to Centenary Church, and we're going to have this huge grand finale, and it's going to be so exciting. So you can bring all of your school supplies, and we're going to have a bin. Or if you also just want to make it super simple, you guys can also just bring money, and we'll put that into a box, and we'll help sponsor all the pizzas and the drinks and the dessert for the night. So I have more for you guys tomorrow, but I just wanted to give you guys a heads up to go ahead and start thinking what school supplies you could bring, or even some money that you could bring also. And it would be really, really exciting to be able to serve our community with Grace is the Key. Okay, I'll have more things and more ideas for you guys tomorrow. See you then.
Thank you so much, Miss Susan, for telling us what we can expect and for such a great project where we can all connect together just like the cars of a train all connect together on the same path, the same direction, working for the same mission, and that's to make our community a better place. And we can do that because Jesus gives us power. Well, my friends, we learned so many amazing things this evening. If you would like, in your chat at home, if you want to type in something that amazed you, or something you learned, or something you heard that you loved, now would be a great time to do that. Let's think together about some of the things that we did this evening. We made off-rail rollers, and they are super cool and so much fun. We got to sing. Don't you love to sing? I love to sing. We got to sing with our hearts and our bodies, and air filled our lungs, and our voices sang out, and we got to just sing together. Even though we're apart, we're all singing the same song at the same time, and let me tell you what, there's something a little bit extra special about that. Tonight we also learned about a real live person who lived a long time ago. His name was Ananias, and we learned about how he had to do something really hard. He had to help a man named Saul, who was being really, really mean and scary to Ananias and all of his friends. But God told Ananias, I need you to go do this thing. I'll help you be brave. Well, Ananias did it, and it was the right thing to do. Not only did Jesus' power stop Saul from doing bad things to the Christians, Jesus' power changed Saul's heart and basically made him a brand new person. And that is the most amazing thing of all. Only Jesus' power can do something like that. Tonight, we also have a fantastic Bible verse that I hope you will memorize. Today's verse comes from the book of Philippians, which is way in the back of your Bible. Someone can help you find it if you don't know quite where it is, but it's a fantastic book. The book of Philippians chapter 4, verse 13. For I can do everything through Christ who gives me strength. Do you think you can memorize that? I believe that you can. And if you can memorize the Bible verse from tonight and tomorrow night and Wednesday night, then on Thursday you'll get to come to our get-together here at the church, and you'll have all the Bible verses memorized. And then there might be some special prizes for some kids that learned all the Bible verses. We'll see. I'll have to check to see if that's something that's in our schedule. Oh my goodness, and speaking of staying on schedule, we have one more song. We're going to sing our theme song one time again, and then we'll come back together to pray. So I'll see you in just a couple minutes.
We trust in you, Jesus. You're all that we need. Your power will pull us through. We're trusting in you. We're trusting in you. You give us hope and life that's forever. You make us bold and we stand together. Your power will pull us through. We're trusting in you. We're trusting in you. We're off on this journey, there's no looking back. With Jesus to lead us, we're on the right track. Oh, 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 oh. Wide open spaces for wide open eyes. We're looking ahead for the next big surprise. Oh, 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 oh. We trust in you, Jesus. You're all that we need. Your power will pull us through. We're trusting in you. We're trusting in you. You give us hope and life that's forever. You make us bold and we stand together. Your power will pull us through. We're trusting in you. We're trusting in you. We're off on this journey, there's no looking back. With Jesus to lead us, we're on the right track. Oh, 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 oh. Wide open spaces for wide open eyes. We're looking ahead for the next big surprise. Oh, 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 oh. We trust in you, Jesus. You're all that we need. Your power will pull us through. We're trusting in you. We're trusting in you. You give us hope and life that's
I love that song. I'm looking forward to singing it twice a night, every night this week. Really fantastic. And I'm really looking forward to hearing all of us sing it together outside on Thursday evening. I hope that you all in your kits and your blue bags tonight, I hope that you've pulled out this book. There are so many wonderful activities you could do. There are fantastic stories. There's a little bit more in depth about Ananias, our Bible friend who we met this evening. That is a true story, and some activities and things that you can do in there as well. So I would encourage you to look at this and spend a little time tracking with Jesus this week. Well, friends, I am going to pray for all of us this evening, and then we will wish you very well. So let's pray together. And when I usually pray, I'll take my right hand like this, and I'll take my left hand like this, and I'll kind of put them together like a fish, if my fish is swimming, and then I'll slowly clasp my hands together, and that way they don't stay busy while I'm trying to focus on God. Let's pray. Jesus, we thank you so much for this wonderful time we've had together this evening, just to learn about you, to worship you, and to learn about your power. Your story is so amazing, and we thank you for saving it for us, that we could learn and we can grow to be the people that you need us to be, to draw close to you, and to tell others all about the things that you have done in our life. Lord, I ask that you would keep each and everyone watching tonight safe and healthy. Encourage us and remind us to do what we know is right and what is smart, even if sometimes it's not always easy. Encourage our hearts, remind us that we can always trust in you and trust in your power, and most of all, trust in your love. Thank you for your blessings, and thank you so much for being with us. Amen. Well, friends, I have to say good night, and I will look forward to seeing you all back here at 6 o'clock tomorrow. Good night.